Looking to grade your Pokemon cards and you don't know how to do it? Check out Ludkins Collectables and grade your Pokemon cards with zero risk. Check video description or visit ludkinscollectables.com for more.
Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check ccgcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check ccgcastle.com for more informations.
How's it going, Poke fans? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Zoroark Golisopod Garbodor deck. So it's 4-in-1, I should say that there's a plenty of different options that you can do with this deck in the early, mid, and late game. So in the early game, we can just apply pressure with the Golisopod-GX and the first impression to our opponent. Just in case if our opponent have plenty of Pokemon on his bench, we can surprise him with the Mind Jack, and also in the late game we can just Trash Lunge for so many damage counters. Of course, if our Trash Lunge Garbodor is not priced, because I'm running only one of each. So there's 19 Pokemons in total, 30 trainer cards and 11 energies, which will be 60 cards as usual for the standard format and any other format Pokemon deck, so just in case if you're new to the Pokemon trading card game. So let's start first with the Pokemon line. I'm running one Oranguru with the Instruct because it's a good card, especially for the late game. If we get struck by the end, we can simply Instruct and draw cards until we have 3. 2 of each, Zorua and the Zoroark with the Mind Jack and stand in. We can basically stand in every turn in the active position and then retreat to our Golisopod so we can have 100% first impression. On the other side, we can also Mind Jack for like 190 in total. If our opponent have 5 bookies on his bench, we can go for like 160 with a choice band for 190 against EX or GX. Still not going to be enough for the knockout, for example, against Golisopod, but with Tapu Koko help, it's actually going to be enough for the knockout. But in that case, our opponent probably will not be that stupid to play 5 Pokemon on his bench. 4-3 line of the Wimpod, of course, and Golisopod-GX, and in addition to that, I'm running 1 Tapu Koko for the damage spread, 2 Tapu Leles, and of course, 2 Trubbish with the Acid Spray, one of each, a Garbodor with the Trash Lunge, and that Garbodor with the Garbotoxin, just in case if you're gonna play against some other decks that can be actually dangerous for us with those abilities. I mean, that Trash Lunge Garbodor can also be substituted just for the second Trash Lunge Garbodor, and then we can go for 2 of them. But in some cases, this Trash Lunge Garbodor might actually help us against Volcanion matchup as well. So moving on to the item and supporter cards, as you can see, there's not too many item cards, 6 tool cards, 4 double cores energies, and 2 rescue searches and 1 field blower, actually 13 in total. So that's pretty much not too many. And 1 copy of Field Blower, of course, 2 Rescue Stretchers and 4 Ultra Balls. And speaking about other tool cards, I'm running 3 Choice Bands and 3 Float Stones so I can have extra 30 damage or free retreat with one of my Pokemon that the Float Stone is attached to it. In addition to that, I'm running 1 Pearl City because it's a very nice card which can be very good in the mirror match, because with the Pearl City we can just limit our opponent chances that he can simply go for the one-hit knockout with his first impression against our Garbodor, for example. Unfortunately, it will not be enough to prevent him from being able to knock out our Zoroark, but still, we can just simply prevent him from taking the knockout against that Garbodor. But also, Pearl City can help us a lot to remove, for example, Tapu Leles from the bench and then simply recycle them back with the Rescue Stretcher. But it can also help us to reduce the damage against some other decks, for example, Fire, Grass, or Water decks. In addition to all of these cards, I'm running 3 Acerolas and 4 Guzmas, which are actually core staples in this deck. So with the Guzma, we can simply have that first impression. Running 4 copies of Guzma and Zoroark is also a good idea because with such a multiple attacks, we can simply have so many damage spread around our opponent bench, and then even with the Tapu Koko, we can technically take couple knockouts just in single turn. One bridged, of course, for the setup, and 4 of each Ends and Professor Sycamore. 11 energies in total. 4 of them are going to be double cores energies, and 4 of them are going to be rainbow energies, and 3 grass energies. Rainbow energies are very important because we can also attack with our Trash Lance, of course. We can also use Tapu Cure if we need, and we can also take the advantage of attacking with that Moonless Madness turn 1. If we just started with the Zorua in the front, we can confuse our opponent active Pokemon, which can also be very good for us. If you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com because you can get all of these cards for the best prices on the market with the TCG Center 5 code. You can also get 5% discount on your first purchase. If you're looking to maybe buy or sell your cards, you can also do that on CCG Castle. Looking forward to maybe send your cards to the PSA submission if you have something for the grading. Make sure to check also my video description for the LudkinsCollectable.com because these guys doing very good job by providing a PSA submission worldwide, so I'm highly recommend you to check that. So let's do one game test so you can actually see how this deck will work in the action. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more deck ideas. So see you in the video next time and also in the gameplay. So have a nice day till then. Okay, so oh, what a nice coin. This is a Alola Ninetales coin. I kind of like it. So this is the Golisopod-GX Zoroark Garbodor deck. So I'm going to introduce this deck today. To be honest, I'm not sure if somebody tries to play this build before I did. So looks like I'm gonna start with the Trubbish in the active position. It's a pretty good starter, to be honest, just because of the acid spray. With the choice band, you can go for like a 40, and technically you can discard your opponent energy. So it's pretty good card, in my opinion. I'm gonna keep that Zorua on the bench, just for the later. Once my opponent expand his bench, then I can simply strike with my Zoroark. Mind Jack can go for like 190. If I already hit once with... Ooh, there's a double course energy, so this might be interesting. Oh, my opponent just decided to play that in. I'm gonna lose my rainbow energy, which means I'm gonna need another rainbow energy in order to deal some damage counters to my opponent. Look at my opening hand right now after that N. I'm probably going to play that Sycamore into D7. I'm not sure how smart that idea it is. I know this is going to be a long game, that is for sure, and I know that it's going to be hard to beat Ninetales. None of these attackers that me and my opponent have in our decks cannot go for the one-hit knockout, that's for sure. So unfortunately, we're gonna need to hit twice each other. Okay, so I mean technically Trubbish can go for the one-hit knockout, but still it's not that easy to go for the one-hit knockout. I think I'm just gonna do something like this. Oh, I'm actually not sure how smart that would be. Let's just go with the N, actually. Oh, no energy card, but I do have Oranguru in my hand available as well as a Floatstone, which means I can try to find myself a energy card, which actually needs to be a rainbow with that Instruct, or I'm in a huge trouble. Just a Tapu Lele. Okay, at least it's something, which means next turn I'm gonna go with... You can guess what, another copy of the N. Oh, there's a Tapu Koko for my opponent. I'm not actually scared about Tapu Koko, I'm scared about that Ninetales who can just hit with the Ice Blade for like a 50 to one of my benched Pokemons. I kinda like the fact that he just... putting his Pokemons on the bench, which means I'm gonna be able probably... Yeah, I should just considering attaching that double cores energy at my turn 1 to my Zorua. I was just I don't know why. Okay, so right now he's just gonna take the knockout against me with his little Ninetales non-GX version. Yeah, and he is even 110 HP, so he's also out of the range of being able to be knocked out from my Zorua. He might just do a tiny mistake by attaching another Pokemon on his bench, which will definitely give me the opportunity to go for the knockout against his Ninetales. That would be pretty nice. Still, I need to find for Zoroark and Double Core's energy, so I need a pretty much more than one card. So he had 1, 2, 3, 4 item cards in his discard pile, which technically means I can go for like 80 with my Garbodor. That's not even close to be enough for the knockout. I'm even thinking about just going with the Sycamore into the fresh hand of the 7 new cards. Even my opponent has so many cards in his hand. I really want to find that Zoroark and Double Core's energy, if it's somehow possible. Okay, so it looks like it is. But this is actually gonna cost me a lot. And I'm thinking about just doing something like this. I actually need to start applying some pressure to my opponent. And in this situation, I cannot go for the one-hit knockout against his Ninetales. He cannot go against my Zoroark with his current Ninetales in the front. So he definitely needs to use that Blizzard Edge and waste like 2 energies. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be definitely patient. I'm gonna wait to see my opponent discarding as many item cards as he can before I actually start to putting my Garbodor in play. Okay, so there is a float stone, which means he can retreat down to the Tapu Koko and then just spread the damage counters around the board, which is also a very smart idea. Speaking about very smart idea, there is one fly flip, and right now I'm thinking about attaching my Rainbow Energy onto my Trubbish, playing another float stone, and simply using another Instruct. So with the Instruct, I'm just gonna find a... Yeah, I'm actually gonna limit my bench space. Do I have really another option? I guess I don't have. At least I can survive for like one more turn if he decides to attack me with his little Ninetales. So at least that's gonna be something. Well, already 2 of his Pokemons are in the range for being knocked out from my Tapu Koko. So this is actually very important. Another Ninetales non-GX version entered the battle. Alright. And there's a field blower actually. So he decided to blow probably my Pearl City and Flowstone from play. I would be surprised to see... Oh, actually he decided to keep his... Okay, so still he can go for like 20 damage less with that Ninetales, which means he cannot go for the one-hit knockout. However, one Aqua Patch has been discarded, so right now my opponent have 5 item cards in his discard pile. 0 energies, which is important. Okay, so without Stadium, there is no way he can go for the knockout. Fly Flip for 20 to all of my Pokemons in play, of course. It's normal he's gonna do that. I'm gonna definitely play my N and see what I can find with it. There is a Garbodor. Yeah, I definitely need to put him in play. There's like no question about that. And one Rainbow Energy should be attached to my Tapu Lele just in case. And I'm gonna take the first prize card in the game by knocking out my opponent Tapu Koko with my Zoroark for like 100. I still don't have my Golisopod in play, which is very dangerous so far. He still didn't use his GX attack, which means he can still use that Ice Pad. Right now he's gonna knock me out with that Ninetales. And after that I'm probably just gonna respawn, knocking him back with my Tapu Lele, probably I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Why not? Yeah, I think this is actually the smartest option because I really want to keep my Garbodor available in play for one-hit knockout against that GX Ninetales on his bench. However, well, there was another N card, so he have 2, 4, 6. I can go for 120, which means I can technically knock him out, knocks out his Ninetales. This Pearl City actually makes a lot of problem to me because I cannot have more than 3 Pokemons on my bench. And that's actually very scary right now. Really, it is. Yeah. It's actually time to knock him out with my Tapu Lele. How bad is this? This is very bad, to be honest. Because I need to waste my energy, and that energy should be the double cores energy, unfortunately. It needs to be. I'm just going to go with my energy drive. Oh, I'm not gonna go with my energy drive because he have a he have Ninetales with the luminous barrier in the front. Oh, I actually completely forget about this dude. Anyways. Yeah. I was so hyped by the knockout that I didn't even realize that there is luminous barrier in the front. So I just bite it. Anyways, never mind. He have opportunity right now to knock out my Tapu Lele by hitting me for like 160, paying 2 energies for that Blizzard Edge attack. Which means after that, oh, he played just Acerola and scoop up his Ninetales from play. That's gonna cost me a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try 2-hit knock on my opponent Ninetales. First thing, I'm gonna go with my Zoroark, and yeah, it's definitely gonna be a hard matchup after that misplay from my side. Also, 140, I can go for like 100. Yeah, that's pretty bad because if I strike him for the 100, he's just going to use his GX attack and move all of the damage counters down to my Zoroark. So I guess my best option here is to maybe confuse him. Finally there is a Wimpod in play. Finally something good. A floatstone attachment. I'm even thinking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's not too many options that I can do, really. I mean, I can grab myself probably... Nah, I'm just gonna go with my Rescue Stretcher, and I'm gonna shuffle 3 Pokemons back into my deck. So let's just do something like this before I just go with my Instruct. Nothing. Nothing actually happened. So this is literally the best thing I can do. I can just retreat down to my Oranguru and let my opponent to knocks out. Probably to knock him out because I really want to try in a way to go for like a 1-hit knockout against that Ninetales GX. But I think it's impossible to do that. However, there is a double cores energy. And there is a Tapu Lele, probably for the Guzma play. This Guzma is literally for my Garbodor. I can see that coming. Yeah, it is. It is, really it is. Yeah, I just predicted that move pretty well. Oh no, he decided to knock at my Zorua. Anyways, it's pretty much the same. Just because that Zorua actually have Floatstone, so Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Just the 1 energy is all my opponent needs. However, I managed to find N as a top deck, so this might not be still the GG. I'm going to end my opponent down to only 1 card, which means I can still technically win this game. Alright, putting my Golisopod in play, and I'm not gonna forget to play Instruct this time. I'm not gonna make mistake as I did with that Tapu Lele before, so I'm just gonna go with my Trash Avalanche this time, which is 120. Alright, Bridget, the card that I actually don't need. Whew, alright. Of course, Nidals with the Flowstone in the front. 2 mystery cards in my opponent's hand. All he really needs is just a single water energy card, and that's it. Looks like he don't have drought supporters, so this might take a little bit longer. He can hit for like a... How many damage counters this will reduce? 20, so he can go for like a 30 to one of my Pokemons in play. Of course, it's gonna be to my Trash Avalanche Garbodor. I have Ultra Ball available in my hand. Which means I need a miracle here. I'm going to discard this bad boy with my Sycamore for 7. Flowstone can help, that's for sure. Whoo, triple Guzma play? Seriously? If I strike my opponent, then the game is over because he can simply use his GX attack, which means unfortunately I need to pass my turn back to my opponent. Oh, how sad this is. Really, this is very sad. I need to hope... Oh, he have Kukui, so which means he can go for like a 50, which will be enough for the nugget against my Garbodor with the Ice Blade. Oh, what a nice top deck that was. Unfortunately, GG. If there was no Kukui, probably next turn I would take 2 prize nugget against his... Yeah, I would take the nugget against his Tapu, and who knows, I might be even able to win the game. So, yeah, that misplay when I was just hitting with my Tapu Lele, his Baby Lol Ninetales was a way too big mistake, and that actually cost me a game.